Man, I memorized, that nigga's crazy. And I would just take the curse words out, because my dad was a preacher. I would take the curse words out when I was home. But you know how funny he was? I'm playing the album. My dad walked in and said, don't let your mama hear that. That's when you're beyond funny. When the preacher says, don't let your mama hear it. And then my mama heard and said, man, what's wrong with him? And she laughed. And she said, that's nasty. I said, he's so funny he could not be denied.
Thinking about death, though, I'd like to die like my father died, right? My father died fucking. He did. My father was 57 when he died, right? The woman was 18. But my father came and went at the same time.
I didn't really appreciate Pryor until I started doing comedy. You know, like Richard was different. Richard made you realize you could tap into your humanity. Comedy could be therapy. Comedy could be peeling back the layers. And I think that opens you up even wider to people.
When you talk about living your truth and owning something and just walking it right on stage, it's not a lot of comedians with the guts to own their flaws the way he did. Outside of the glitz and glamour and whoever he was in Hollywood, it always felt like he was something different to us. Pryor didn't have to come out and say, I tell you what's wrong with black people in America, this, and that. No, he went to Africa and he told you a story about how Africa affected him. So now you, the black person watching that, you have to have a moment of self-reflection about what your blackness means to you.
But it's nothing like going and seeing nothing but black people. I mean, from the wino to the president, it's black people, and it's like fair. You know what I mean? You go someplace on liberated land. I said, these motherfuckers kicked ass and got their country. And I'm on the land, it's black people. I mean, black, original black. You understand, black? I mean, so many black people made me realize somebody in my family been lying to me.
Richard Pryor was talking some real shit, right? They have no idea why they like Richard Pryor, other than the fact that he's a popular go-to name, and they remember like some of the like little outrageous shit. They don't know that he was writing and working with Paul Mooney and how important that was. They don't know that Richard Pryor had his own show on NBC where he was having all this shit. Nobody knows the history. They're like, oh, what's your favorite comic? Richard Pryor. Why? He a bad motherfucker. He was taking hits. You know, that's why he was on those drugs and shit. There's a lot of dysfunction in dealing with open reality of what it means to move through this world as somebody that has a platform and be black, because there's a lot of pressure.